A pinch of pepper from Nigeria, a handful of vegetables from Musanze, Rwanda, a mad, a fruit from Senegal. Have you ever wondered what the mix of 54 cuisines would taste like? Well, Congolese chef Join Malanga has given it a try.
Our food identity is Afro-fusion cuisine. Is mixed and mix of different cuisine that you can find in Africa. I'm talking about 54 countries. We can get spices from Nigeria, like can be like black pepper from Nigeria. You can have like banana plantain from here in Rwanda, or you can get sometimes meat from Burundi. Like all of these elements come from different countries, and we create a recipe on this element we have. That's why we call it like a fusion, like Afro-fusion.
In his pantry, not one or two, but dozens of boxes from every part of the continent. Each of them tells the story of a dish, local traditions, and people.
I travel in different countries to go to learn to the grandmother. And when I get this old recipe, and I bring it in my laboratory, like we call it like a laboratory here, and we try with my chef to give something modern touch, or sometimes we're inspired by this grandmother recipe to create something new.
When clients dine at the Meza Malanga restaurant, they partake in the experience of Afro-fusion cuisine and taste unique dishes created by Chef Duhail and the 5 members of his team.
It's not a new cuisine, like something different now is happening in Africa. And people are getting interested to know more about African cuisine, because when you talk about African cuisine, you go on Google, sometimes you see just rice or like mafe or like yassa, but it's more than that. It's more than that. That's why I think many people are getting more interested to know more about African cuisine.
Eclectic recipes make the heart of Chef Duhail's restaurant. His gastronomic meals are an invitation to embark on a journey through 54 countries with the objective to learn more about the art of good eating.
Michael Olunga was presented with a trophy for the top scorer in the last Asian Champions League on Tuesday, ahead of his club's Qatar League match with Duhail. The Kenyan international did not score this time, but he was involved in the opening goal. His rush through the opposition defense allowed Belgian-Brazilian Edmilson to hit the post and then the Korean Nam Tae-hee to score from a close range. Duhail could not hold on to their lead. On the half-hour mark, Alcohol equalized thanks to the Moroccan international Ismail El Haddad. Although not selected for the African Cup of Nations, the former Wydad scored his 4th goal of the season. Duhail missed the opportunity to close in on leader Al-Sadd. Olunga and his partners have 5 points behind Andre Ayew's club.
The alleged arsonist behind the fire that ravaged South Africa's parliament complex last Sunday appeared briefly in court this Tuesday. The Cape Town Magistrates Court charged the suspect, a 49-year-old, for arson. The hearing is now adjourned to January 11th. The fire started at the early hours of Sunday morning and was brought under control on Monday. Strong winds, however, reignited the flames, leaving firefighters battling the blaze late into the night. The flames destroyed the chamber where MPs normally sit. The fire started in the old part of the Parliament complex before spreading to the modern part.
On Tuesday, security forces faced protesters in the streets of Sudan's capital. In Khartoum and Omdurman, a large city located on the bank of the main Nile River, the police fired tear gas and closed major roads and streets in an attempt to disrupt demonstrations opposed to the military rule. Call for particular demands like any protesters in the street. After the coup, our three watchwords are no negotiations, no partnership, no compromise, in addition to the three main demands of the revolutions, which are freedom, peace and justice. That's it. Tuesday's marches were the first mobilizations since Abdallah Hamdok stepped down as prime minister after conceding his inability to find a compromise between the ruling generals and the pro-democracy movement. Today's protest is an episode of many previous protests that all condemn the military coup. We are trying to continue the course of our revolution and achieve a complete civilian rule. Those are the people's demands. The movement has so far refused the cohabitation that would see generals and civil society figures lead the transition, demanding instead a full transfer of power to a civilian government. According to medical groups, nearly 60 protesters have been killed and hundreds injured in a heavy security crackdown since the coup of October 25.